Let me tell you something, beloved, your thoughts are not just idle things that drift by. They are the very foundation of the life you're building. The way you think today is setting the stage for the actions you take tomorrow, and the actions you take tomorrow will shape the destiny you walk into. Now, if you're sitting there allowing lazy thoughts to consume your mind, you're building a future based on inaction, fear, and complacency. And let me be clear, my friend, nothing great comes from a lazy mind. You see, laziness isn't just about lying down or sitting still. No, laziness is a mindset, a way of thinking that convinces you that you can get by without putting in the effort. It whispers you don't need to work hard, you can rest now, tomorrow's a better day to start. But what happens when tomorrow comes? It whispers again. And the cycle continues until you wake up and realize that time has slipped away and your dreams are still waiting for you to take action. Your mind is like a garden, and just like any garden, it needs attention. If you leave it to grow wild without planting seeds of purpose, those lazy, negative thoughts will take root, and they'll grow faster than you can imagine. And when those weeds grow, they choke out your potential. They keep you stuck in a place of doubt, procrastination, and mediocrity. You're looking at other people's success, wondering why it's so easy for them, but you're too busy feeding the weeds in your own mind instead of planting the seeds that will lead to your harvest. But let me tell you this, you have the power to control what you think. You have the ability to choose what you allow into your mind and what you reject. You don't have to accept lazy thoughts as part of your reality. When those thoughts come, you need to stand up and say, not today. You need to replace them with thoughts of possibility, action, and determination. Every single time a lazy thought creeps in, you need to fight it with a thought of purpose. Tell yourself, I am not lazy, I am capable. I am not waiting for a perfect time, I am creating one right now. Now, I know it's not always easy, it's not always comfortable, but comfort has never led anyone to greatness. Comfort keeps you locked in the same place with the same excuses and the same lazy thoughts. If you want to break free, if you want to rise up, you've got to start by taking control of your thoughts. They say if you can control your mind, you can control your life. That's because your mind is the birthplace of every action, every decision, and every opportunity you'll ever encounter. When you kill lazy thoughts, you are making room for a mindset that will carry you to new heights, new victories, and a new level of success. So what's it going to be? Will you sit back letting those lazy thoughts dictate your future, or will you rise up and take control of the thoughts that shape your destiny? The power is in your hands. It's time to start thinking like the winner you were always meant to be. You see, there's a trap that many of us fall into, and that trap is the comfort zone. It feels safe, it feels easy. But let me tell you something, it's the enemy of progress. It's the place where dreams go to die. The comfort zone tells you you've done enough, you don't need to push any harder. It convinces you that staying where you are is the best option. But here's the truth, nothing grows in the comfort zone. No dreams, no vision, no success. The only thing that grows there is complacency, and complacency will rob you of your future. When you get too comfortable, you stop striving, you stop fighting, you stop reaching for what's next, what's better, and what's possible. And before you know it, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years, and you find yourself stuck in the same place. You wake up one day, and you wonder how you got here. It's because you allowed yourself to settle. You accepted the lie that comfort equals peace, but all it gives you is stagnation. Comfort makes you lazy in your thoughts, lazy in your actions, and lazy in your pursuit of the things you're meant to accomplish. But you were not created to stay stuck. You were created to move, to grow, to conquer, and to evolve. The moment you step out of the comfort zone, that's when the real transformation begins. It's uncomfortable, yes, it's scary, absolutely. But it's the only way you'll ever grow. You can't expect new results while doing the same things over and over again. If you want to see change, you have to change. If you want to live a life of purpose, you have to push past the barriers of comfort that are holding you back. The discomfort you feel when you step outside that zone is the feeling of growth. It's the feeling of stepping into the person you were always meant to be. It's like a seed pushing through the soil, struggling to break free from the darkness, but once it does, it reaches for the sunlight and it blooms. But let me be clear, stepping outside of your comfort zone doesn't mean rushing into chaos. It doesn't mean making hasty decisions without a plan. It means taking intentional steps, no matter how small, towards something greater. It means challenging yourself to go further, to think bigger, and to act with purpose. It's not about avoiding fear, but about moving forward despite it. The discomfort you feel in those moments of growth is the price you pay for your future success. Understand this growth doesn't happen in the familiar. It doesn't happen in the easy places. It happens in the unknown. It happens when you stretch yourself beyond your limits, when you try something new, when you embrace the challenges that come your way. That's where the power is. That's where the breakthrough happens. So stop running from discomfort. Stop looking for the easy way out. Stop being afraid of the unknown. Embrace it. Step out and watch how you rise. Watch how your vision expands, how your capacity for success grows, and how your dreams begin to take shape. The discomfort you face today is the catalyst for the greatness that lies ahead. Let me tell you, the road to success is not built on wishful thinking. It's not about hoping things will change or waiting for the perfect moment to come. No, the road to success is paved with discipline. Discipline is the bridge that connects your dreams to your reality. Without it, your goals will remain just that, goals. Dreams will stay locked in your heart, and you will never see them come to life. You see, discipline is not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the hard work even when the world around you tells you to relax, to take it easy, to settle for what you've got. You don't achieve greatness by taking the easy route. You achieve it by making choices that others aren't willing to make. You achieve it by waking up when others are still asleep, by pushing through when others have quit. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not flashy, but it's the thing that separates the dreamers from the doers, the winners from the quitters. You can't just talk about what you want. You have to put in the work. And here's the thing about discipline. It doesn't care if you feel like it or not. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're frustrated, or if you're having a bad day. Discipline is about setting a goal and going after it with everything you've got, no matter what. It's about making the decision to keep going when it's hard, to stay focused when distractions come, and to commit to your future even when it feels like nothing is happening. Discipline isn't a one-time thing, it's a lifestyle. It's not about one big push, one big effort, and then waiting for the results to come. It's about the small daily actions you take every single day that build up to something great. It's about doing what you know you need to do even when you don't feel like it. The work may be grueling, the hours may be long, the progress may seem slow, but every step you take, every bit of effort you put forth is getting you closer to the life you want. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes. The more you embrace it, the easier it gets to push past the doubts, the fears, and the excuses that try to hold you back. You've got to learn to love the process, not just the outcome. The outcome is the reward, yes, but the process is where you grow, where you develop, where your character is built. And when you get disciplined, when you commit to doing what needs to be done day in and day out, you'll look back and realize that you've grown into someone who no longer waits for motivation. You become someone who makes their own momentum. Understand this, you will face setbacks. You will face challenges. There will be days when it feels like nothing is happening, but it's in those moments that discipline shines the brightest. when you keep showing up, when you keep pushing, when you keep going. That's when you start to see real transformation. Success doesn't come to those who wait for it. It comes to those who work for it. And the work is built on discipline. Keep moving forward, and you will find that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. Let me share something with you today. You can't just talk about your dreams. You can't just sit around and imagine a better future while waiting for it to show up. You've got to visualize it, yes, but more importantly, you've got to act on it. Vision without action is a dream that stays stuck in your mind. And dreams, no matter how big or powerful, are just that, dreams, until you get up and do something about it. You see, so many people are waiting for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or for some grand sign from above to move forward. But that's not how it works. You don't wait for the conditions to be perfect, because they never will be. You don't wait until everything falls into place, because it won't. If you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll end up with nothing but missed opportunities and regret. The perfect time is now. The perfect time is the moment you decide to move, no matter how small the step may seem. It's in that first step that everything starts to change. When you make the choice to act, even when you don't have all the answers, even when you're not sure if it's going to work out, that's when the doors begin to open. See, taking action creates momentum. The more you act, the more clarity you'll gain. You'll learn, you'll grow, and even if you stumble, you'll have experience that moves you closer to your goal. But if you wait for things to fall into place, you'll be stuck, and you'll miss the opportunity to make progress. Action doesn't have to be a giant leap. Sometimes it's the small, consistent steps that lead to the biggest transformations. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. You just need to start. The first step is always the hardest, but once you begin, you'll find that your momentum will carry you further than you ever thought possible. It's not about making the perfect choice. It's about making the decision to move, even when you don't know the entire path ahead. And let me tell you something else, when you start moving, you begin to attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right resources. You might not see how it's all going to come together, but when you make the commitment to act, the universe begins to align itself with your effort. Doors open that you never saw before, and opportunities appear when you're ready to embrace them. But it all starts with that decision to act. If you want to live a life of purpose, if you want to achieve the dreams you've been holding on to, you have to stop waiting. Visualizing your goals is important, yes, but that vision only becomes a reality when you take action. Every time you take a step, every time you move forward with intent, you turn your vision into something real. You turn your dreams into something tangible. Don't just think about it. Don't just wish for it. Get up and take that first step, and then the next, and the next after that. It's only in the movement that you'll find your power. The more you act, the clearer your path becomes, and the closer you get to the person you are destined to be. So don't wait any longer. Start now. Take action today and watch how your vision transforms into a reality that you've been working towards all along. Let me tell you something that's going to challenge you. Every time you let excuses rule your life, you are locking yourself into a cycle of failure. Excuses are the enemy of progress. They sound innocent at first, like little reasons why you can't do something, why you can't take that step, why you can't move forward. But every excuse is a chain that holds you back, and if you don't break those chains, you will never reach your full potential. It's easy to say, I'm too busy, I don't have enough resources, or I'm not ready. It's easy to tell yourself that the timing isn't right, that things are too hard, that you need more time to think about it. But here's the truth, excuses are nothing but lies you've accepted. They are barriers you've built in your mind to protect yourself from the discomfort of taking action. But understand this success is not built by making excuses. Success is built by making decisions and taking responsibility. It's about deciding that no matter the obstacles, no matter the struggles, you will keep moving forward. You have to stop looking for reasons why something won't work and start looking for reasons why it will. The difference between people who succeed and those who don't is the willingness to be accountable for their actions and the willingness to accept that no one else is responsible for their outcomes. When you start holding yourself accountable, you stop making excuses. You start focusing on what you can do, not what you can't. Instead of saying, I don't have the time, start saying, I will make the time. Instead of saying, I'm not ready, start saying, I will learn as I go. Instead of saying it's too hard, start saying, I will keep going even when it's hard. It's time to take responsibility for where you are right now. No one else is to blame. It's not your circumstances, it's not the people around you, and it's certainly not the situation you're in, it's you. And the moment you take responsibility for your actions and your choices, that's when your power is unleashed. You no longer sit around waiting for someone to hand you an opportunity. You go out and create it. You stop waiting for the stars to align and you start working with what you've got. Accountability is not just about taking ownership of your mistakes, it's about taking ownership of your success. It's about making a decision that no matter what, you will not allow anything to stop you. And when you start holding yourself accountable, something amazing happens. You stop looking for external validation, and you start looking inward for strength, for motivation, and for drive. The excuses that once controlled you no longer have any power over you. And when you make the decision to take responsibility, something else shifts. You begin to understand that success is not about perfection. It's about persistence, about getting up when you fall, dusting yourself off, and trying again. It's about moving forward with purpose, even when the path is unclear. So today, stop making excuses. Stop letting your mind come up with reasons why you can't. Start taking responsibility for your future, for your actions, for your success. The power is in your hands. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your destiny. And the moment you decide to hold yourself accountable is the moment your life begins to change. Let me tell you something that many people don't realize. Failure is not the enemy. Failure is not a sign that you're broken, or that your dreams are too big, or that you're just not cut out for greatness. No, failure is just a lesson wrapped in a hard package. Failure is a teacher. And too many of us let our fear of failure keep us from stepping out, from trying, from even beginning the journey. But what if I told you that it's in the failure, the struggle, and the mistakes that your true strength is built? What if I told you that failure is not the end of the road, but the beginning of your breakthrough? Here's the truth, beloved, you're going to fail. It's inevitable. But the question is, how are you going to respond to it? Are you going to let failure define you, make you give up, make you question your worth? Or are you going to rise, get back up, and move forward with even more determination? The only true failure in life is giving up. Every time you fall, every time things don't go as planned, you have an opportunity to get up, learn, and grow. There's a lesson in every setback. Every mistake has a purpose if you're willing to learn from it. You see, failure is not just about what you didn't do right, it's about what you can do better the next time. It's about refining your skills, deepening your resolve, and learning how to do things differently. Failure is a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. It's the fire that refines you, the pressure that makes you stronger. If you allow it to, failure will propel you to your next level. But don't get it twisted. Failure is not comfortable. It doesn't feel good when you've poured your heart into something and it doesn't turn out the way you envisioned. It stings. It can leave you questioning your abilities, your value, and even your purpose. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can either sit in that failure, wallow in it, and let it defeat you, or you can stand up, brush off the dust, and keep going. It's all about perspective. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall short is their ability to keep going when it's hard, to learn from their failures, and to never let those failures define them. You have to be willing to fail in order to succeed. You have to embrace the discomfort, the setbacks, the struggles, and the disappointments as part of the journey. Without failure, you wouldn't know how to appreciate success. Without failure, you wouldn't have the resilience, the strength, and the wisdom that comes from perseverance. Each time you fail and rise again, you become stronger, smarter, and more equipped to handle what's ahead. So I want to encourage you today, stop fearing failure. Stop seeing it as a roadblock and start seeing it as a stepping stone to greatness. Embrace it, learn from it, and grow from it. The only thing that can stop you is your refusal to get back up. You were made to rise, you were made to conquer, you were made to succeed. And every time you fail, you are one step closer to the victory that is waiting for you. Don't be afraid to fail, be afraid of never trying at all.